everybody, I'm Jen. Welcome back to my channel.
Hi everybody, I'm Jared. Welcome back to Jen's channel.
So as many of you know, I'm a woman in long-term recovery. I'm a CARC, I'm a SERPA, I'm a rape crisis counselor, and I'm an Narcan trainer. If you look in my description box down below, you will find my Amazon wish list, all my social media, and a bunch of stuff that I've been involved with. My Amazon wish list, I used to help people in my local recovery community or who have just come back from incarceration or just need extra help. We're looking down because, well...
Because there's a new member of the Cutting family.
Yes.
This is Frankie. Say hello to the world, Frankie.
And she's literally just learning how to use her legs, and she's feeling a little squeaky about it.
Yeah.
So instead of hearing the cats, today you'll hear her.
You're going to hear the dog.
She's tired. We just took her to PetSmart.
PetSmart. Petco.
Petco.
Where do
One of
pets
them.
go?
Yes. And we got her a little handy-dandy collar and some puppy food and a new bottle because she's being...
She's being bottle fed
Yeah.
because she's so young. She's only 3 weeks old. Her mother did not want anything to do with her anymore. So we are
the mommy.
Well,
I'm the
she
mommy.
is.
All right, so where's your phone? So today we are going to answer your questions. So
this is your Q&A.
This should be a good time.
Look at Lena.
So now Lena's inspecting where Frankie just was. Today is going to be your Q&A for us. So there's a lot of them. You guys asked some really good questions. Some of them are funny. Some of them are crazy. So we're going to start. Danielle Bentley said, what's the biggest argument you've had and was it close to ending the relationship? Well, that's a one to start off with. What do you think the biggest argument we've ever had is? There's been a lot.
Whether or not we're getting a dog.
So not true.
No, there's been way better ones than that.
Yeah. God. I don't even know. There's been a lot. Like, we've argued. You know, we were active in our addiction together. So,
Oh, yeah, so
we've had some, like,
can't even count
knockdown, throw out, down, like, crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
was it
real
close to
crazy
ending the
shit.
relationship? Which one wasn't?
Yeah. Well,
You know, it's not like that anymore, but it totally was. The best thing. So, I don't know. When you
Yeah,
guys
we had
have
some
weird
crazy
names,
shit.
I don't know how to say
What
them.
is it?
Vermilla?
Vermilia.
Vermilia?
Vermilia.
Okay. She wants to know the best thing about Jen. What's the
The
best?
best thing about her butt?
God.
No, her personality. I love her. Her butt's real close second.
My God. Swarner said, how do you guys keep each other accountable? For me, I call him on his bullshit anytime I see it. Like, I don't wait 1 second. I'm like, the fuck are you doing? Like, I have no chill when it comes to that. How do you keep me accountable? Do you need to?
I just look at her and go, Jennifer,
He does.
let's be realistic here.
Okay, so Swarner also asked, what is it like being in love sober? And she says she loves us. What's it like being in love
A
sober?
little clearer than being drunk or high.
Yeah, right. Look, guys, I'm drinking water.
I made her.
You did not. I asked you to
I
bring me a
looked at her and I
bottle.
said, Jennifer.
He's such a liar.
Let's get real.
I said, babe, can you bring me a bottle of soda? Can you bring me a can of soda or a bottle of water, whatever? And he brought me a bottle of water.
Yeah, don't let her bullshit you.
So what is it like being in love sober? Honestly, I've always loved Jared, but now that we're sober, he's so much better to be around. Like, he's nice and
Hard to
tolerable.
believe
And
there can be something much better.
it's so much better than what it was. Loving Laurel said, oh, good Lord. When did you meet?
These questions too?
Yeah.
Or is there just because it's the Jen show, you get to answer everything?
You're answering them too, fucker. I was going to say
Hold the dog.
Hold the cat. I was going to say hold the dog.
I got the dog.
She's sleeping.
Oh, step it.
When did you meet? Did you get clean at the same time? Best relationship advice that you have? Go for it, buddy.
When did we meet?
Go ahead. When did we meet?
You can blame Facebook for that.
When?
October 15th?
October of 2015.
Yeah,
It's
2015.
Okay.
Close.
Did we get clean at the same time?
Had to. No. Because Jen was in prison and I got bonded out and I was getting a little drunk.
A little? There's no such thing. He was still fucking using. Let's be call
I
it.
wasn't really using, but I was drinking.
Like
Quite proficiently.
What's your best relationship advice?
Don't do it.
Jared.
Just kidding. For who? Like
In general.
In general? Don't get a dog, because that's like real commitment.
We're fucking married. How much more committed can you get?
Just be open and honest with each other. Just even if you think it's going to hurt the other person's feelings, it's a lot better to be open and honest and hurt their feelings rather than hurt their feelings with a lie. I'm being attacked by a ferocious pit bull. Help me.
Stop it. So Blanca02 said,
Look
"What? I think she's hungry.
I think she's hungry.
So let her go to her food. I just made her a whole
Ow.
bunch of things. Oh, stop
bit
it!
me.
You're such a liar. Put her down. She doesn't even have teeth yet.
She got little ones, little itty bitty ones.
Okay, so what do you like the most about each other?
Bro, get off me. It's hot.
I know.
What the fuck, man?
What do we like most about each other?
Your butt.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No, Jen.
How about personality-wise? What do you like the most about me?
Jen is your typical Italian woman. She has absolutely no problem speaking her mind, and I love that about her. And she's very intuitive, and she let me teach her how to start a chainsaw. So I mean, she really couldn't do it very well because the chainsaw.
No, it's too heavy.
Chainsaw weighs almost as much as she does, but.
Well, I mean, I gotta know how to do the things, right?
Yeah, in case something happens to me, you gotta learn how to run chainsaw.
There. So, okay, what do I love about Jared? Let's see.
What isn't to love?
Oh, there's plenty of things that
Come
I
on,
don't
no.
love, but there's tons of things that I do. He's my best friend. He lets me be who I truly am, and that is super important because no one ever does that. The next question, Linz McPhee.
Linz McPhee.
Yeah.
I would assume her name was Lindsay McPhee.
Probably. How did you
guessing.
handle not being able to see each other for so long? Were you able to call or text? So when we were incarcerated, we were actually allowed to write each other. We had permission from both jails, prisons, whatever you want to call them. So
I went to see her a couple times while she was still in Tacoma.
yeah, because he wasn't incarcerated, so he was able to come see me.
Or anything, yeah.
But when we first came home from parole, like, we had a strict no contact order. Like,
Yeah,
I
like
remember
nothing.
I remember
we both went to parole at the same time, and she made me stand outside.
yeah.
Like it was kind of crazy. But then the other parole officer that was there one time, she let me come in and give her a hug and kiss and
Yeah.
everything. So I mean,
It
that
was just,
parole officer is pretty cool, but
yeah.
It was just a
shitty situation. So,
But we could talk while we were in prison. We could write to each other.
and it sucked. Like, how was it? It was fucking horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
Jen got me in trouble by ratting me out.
For what?
For making three-way phone calls.
Oh, I did a video about that. They know.
Yeah, I know. And when me being in prison, it didn't bother me because I didn't have to worry about a single thing my wife was doing.
Why? Because I was in prison too?
Yeah, because you were in prison too. I knew right
Lord.
where you were every single day.
What do you think I would be doing if you were home? I was home and you weren't.
Nothing.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, you didn't have to worry about nothing like car accidents or sick or anything like that.
Sure. Okay, so this one is from Bethany Alice 08. Career goals for you both. I mean, you guys already pretty much know where I'm at. I just want to continue to do what I'm doing, and I would like to be able to do it freelance, so this way I can make up my own rules, and I don't have stupid agency
Bureaucracy.
bullshit, yeah, to have to deal with and whatnot. I've done that, and it's
We do what the
suffocating.
fuck we want.
Right. When parole allows us to.
Yes, after parole.
Right. What are your career goals?
I'm gonna work in the woods until I can't no more, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably become a truck driver. Just kidding.
I mean, that's cool. We could put all the animals in the back and drive around.
Yeah, well, freaking wandering freak show.
What you both do if you feel the urge to get high again? I don't know, because I haven't had the urge to get high. I think because of what I do, it keeps it so present for me, and I've been able to, like, see other people be in recovery, relapse, be in recovery, relapse. You know what I mean? So for me, I haven't had the urge. I'm very grateful for that. So I don't know. What about you? What do you
I haven't had the urge to get high or anything like that, but I have the urge to drink. And that, I mean, it's because it's such a common thing around where we live. Like, I mean, half my family's alcoholics. And it's It's hard. It's really hard because like all your friends drink and everything else. But I mean, you just got to remember where you came from. That's what it does for me. I mean, I just got to really remember where I came from, and prison's not really my thing. So,
Right.
Just saying.
So Ariel Vangisbeck, guys, I'm probably butchering your shit, and I'm very sorry. But she wants to know yeah, I don't know. What activities, hobbies do you both do together for fun?
Nothing.
We eat.
We sleep.
We eat. I think that's like our biggest
Jen
thing.
gets pets. It's a hobby.
I get pets and plants.
Yeah.
We go eat.
We go eat.
So when we were, when we first started dating, we would go eat all the time. And then we started like really getting into getting high together. And that's all we did because that's where all your money goes to. And now we don't do that. And, there's no movies open because of COVID and whatever. So we go eat.
Jen doesn't like any of my hobbies because she just doesn't like me that much,
What are you talking about, bro?
She doesn't like derby cars. She doesn't like hunting. She doesn't like fishing. Oh, she likes fishing.
I like fishing. I like hunting.
But you never want to go with me?
Because it's too cold, bro. And there's no Wi-Fi up there.
She doesn't like derby cars because they're too loud.
I don't like loud things.
I like to work in the woods. She doesn't like to be in the woods.
No, I like to be in the woods, but it has to be the right temperature. Like if it's too hot or too cold, I'm out.
Yeah, she really actually does like being in the woods. We used to go on like mushroom looking for mushrooms and shit like that.
That I love to do. Oh, the thing you film. So Lucia, who I absolutely adore. How is your relationship How is your relationship different today versus before you got arrested / clean?
We talk to each other more.
We have a relationship.
Yeah, we have a relationship.
We're not roommates who get high and occasionally have sex. Like we actually have a relationship. Like we're actually a couple. We were not. We were fucking using partners, and we were just nasty to each other.
Yeah, it was not very good.
Danny Extremes asks, how is Anthony doing? He's good. We talked to him last night. He's super sad that he's in there and can't get a puppy because he wants one. So I might get him one.
No, you're not. You're not getting him a fucking puppy. No.
He's doing good.
We'll send it to her, seeing as how she's so concerned about Anthony. She can raise it for Anthony.
She probably would. Retro asks, what was the best part of leaving prison? Leaving.
Being able to shower with no underwear on.
So women, we shower naked, just with shower shoes on. So I was super happy about not shower shoes.
Men, you don't shower
pillow.
without you don't shower without underwear on unless you're
looking for
love or beating. Unfortunately, that does happen. But showering with no clothes on, completely naked, and in the bed. Mm-hmm. Mind you, I had to clean my bed off because they completely and totally trashed it.
Oh, that's another video. We should do that one day. Okay, so Cameron Young 566 wants to know, how did you guys meet? Jared, how did we meet?
Well, to be God's honest with you.
Good.
I sent out a bunch of friend requests to good-looking chicks on Facebook one day, and what was it, 3-4 months later? Well, anyways, it was a considerable amount of time later. I didn't know who Jen was. She messaged me because one of her friends, my cousin and somebody I worked with were reporting my pictures on Facebook. So yes, you can blame it on Facebook. That's how we met. And then the rest is just history.
Correct. Okay, so welcome back man wants to know, what was Jared's first impression of me?
She was fucking weird. She sent me a picture of a chicken.
I love animals. He told me, he was like, send me a pic. And I was like...
No, I asked her. She said she was going out to look at her chickens. I said, send me a picture. She said, I was thinking like a chicken nugget or something. She sends me a picture of this little friggin' gray banty. I'm like, what the fuck is that thing? Mm-hmm. I'm like, this bitch is touched.
Blanca F02 wants to know, do you have a secret talent? I don't know. Do you have a secret talent?
I don't think I have any secrets, let alone a secret talent.
Right, me neither. It's just funny.
I'm just fucking amazing. I mean,
for fuck's sake. Jared's very insecure, in case you haven't noticed.
You're going to edit all this shit out.
No, I'm not going to edit.
Good, I hope you fucking don't.
Or not. She also
I'm not
wants to
insecure
know.
either.
It was a
Shut the
joke.
fuck up.
So, how is your dream house and where?
My dream house would be a log cabin 500 miles out in the woods away from everybody else. I don't like people that much. But we're working on building a house on my family's property, and that's actually, we got to deed that all over into my name. And we're going to build a house, or we're going to buy like a modular
A tiny house.
tiny house, tough sheds.
Mm-hmm.
But I would rather have a log cabin, something that I built by hand.
Beware of the Hatter actually has a very good question. What does Jared think about his son's arrest?
The original one,
Well, do a little bit of both.
the original one I was in prison for, and I heard about it from my mother
Mom.
being in prison. The original one, I was pretty fucking irritated because that's all I ever wanted for him was to not turn out like me. And he took it upon himself to walk in every single one of my footsteps. But that's also because a lot of people glorified all the stupid shit I did to him, like telling them stories about me and all sorts of shit. And that's not a good thing to do to impressionable children, because I mean, then they want to turn out just like their dad. I was upset. I was quite upset with the fact that he got arrested and was in jail at the time. And I wish I would have been home, because he wouldn't be in the situation that he's in now if I had been home, because fortunately, everybody around him doesn't know much about criminal problems and shit like that. And unfortunately for me, I do, because I mean, such a, what'd you call it?
Yes.
Vivid past.
Oh, it's vivid.
And I was hoping I would have been able to help him not be in the situation he's in now with probation. But as for the probation arrest, it's a bunch of bullshit, because it's ridiculous. The violations they got him on are like not filling out, what are them things called? Journals for AA meetings, which were completely filled out except for the location, which was at a church that he forgot or didn't know the exact address.
It's just such.
It's stupid.
It is.
And the treatment court system in Delaware County is a system for failure. That's all it is. It's set at one. I think their recidivism rate on that is what, like 90%.
Easy. Easy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's absurd.
Yeah, there's not that many people that successfully complete the program their first time through without going back to jail or having to redo their
I
court
know
again.
of one person, two females who just recently.
Wingding up the road.
Which one?
My aunt's boyfriend.
Oh,
He successfully bullshitted his way through.
Okay, so I know 3 people who
On paper, he
successfully completed treatment court
completed it.
without violations. Out of all of the people that I know that have been in treatment court, I only know 3 people that have successfully.
Yeah, and there's tons and tons of people that are on that shit.
Okay, so CH asked, are you guys going to move back together when he gets off parole? Well, of course.
That's questionable.
Right, if he,
I don't know if I can tolerate
doesn't
that much of
learn
it.
how to not snore.
How do you know I snore?
You've snored since the day I've met you.
Yeah.
The first night we slept together, I thought I was going to die.
I thought you were going to die too.
Sheesh. How did you overcome Jillian Plymell? If I say your name's wrong, please forgive me. How did you overcome the rough patches even though being incarcerated? Well, so for me, I just didn't give up. Like, just did not give up. Like, sometimes for me, now it's not, but back then, it was easier for me because I was able to say the things that I couldn't say face to face on paper. And I was able to explain to Jared a lot of the reasons why I felt the way I did about certain things, or things that hurt me, or things that bothered me, or admit my faults or foolishness. I was able to do it because it was on paper, so it was easier for me. Now it's whatever. Like I could say anything to him face to face because we're a different couple.
She usually does.
Yeah. But back then I couldn't. I was raised where my feelings were never validated and they never counted. And
seen and not heard.
Right. And anything that I felt emotionally was insignificant. It didn't mean anything. So I would just hold all of that. But then I would act the stupidest thing. I would lose my mind behind to the point that I couldn't even control how upset I was. And Jared would be like, I was 5 minutes late from work. Like, I don't understand why are you like setting the house on fire? I'm being dramatic.
No, not really.
I've never set the house on fire. But like it was that severe, because I didn't know how to express myself. And I feel like that because we were separated and only had paper at one point, that helped me learn how to, I don't want to say prioritize, but maybe in a sense, it taught me how to be able to express my emotions and that it's okay. And because I was able to do it that way and he received what I was saying the way he did, it made me not as insecure about it and made it easier for me in the future, if that makes sense. Do you have anything to add to that?
What was the question?
How did you overcome the rough patches even though being incarcerated?
Because you're not right in front of each other to make it worse. Arguments go, if you get away from somebody for 5 minutes, you come back and you can actually talk about it. I mean, we were away from each other for 2 years. And we had a lot of time to explain everything to each other through words that we wouldn't normally use.
Mm-hmm. So Rosie Thorpe 4 asked, how do you both support each other through struggles with addiction? How do I support you when you feel like you want to drink?
You tell me you're going to divorce me?
Mm-hmm. I mean, okay, that sounds fucking horrible. So there are times that I get frustrated and I'm like, all right, bro, go ahead.
The only reason she says that is...
I'm so sorry.
Bro, what is going on over there?
I moved her.
The only reason she says that is to make me realize that I'm fucking up. Mm-hmm. And because I'm the
like,
type
all
of...
right, you want to be single?
I'm the type of person that...
Where are you going?
It's either full blown or nothing, and you usually got to do something pretty extreme to get me to realize that I'm fucking up. Mm-hmm. And luckily, I have a little wife with extreme mouth and temper.
Yes. So
you guys see the watered down side of Jen?
Oh, stop it!
Screaming at people while she's driving.
Maybe a little. Relationship advice for your younger Jen and Jared. You go first.
You want to take that? No way. That's a loaded question.
God. So I guess relationship advice for the younger me.
Find me earlier.
Well, maybe, yeah.
Just kidding.
I'm not.
Everything happened when it should have. Everything happened in the order it should have to put us together where we are.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what advice I would give myself because we had a really rough start. Like we had a really rough start. And then all the drugs piled on top of it.
They helped tremendously.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
And in a sense, if it wasn't for all those drugs in our addicted relationship that we became so close because we were so active and we were like using buddies in a sense, I don't know if we would have stayed.
Everything.
Yeah, I don't know if we would have stayed together because
no,
of
we
it.
probably wouldn't have.
No. Do you have any advice for your younger self?
For my younger self?
In a relationship with me?
Get your numbers up.
For fuck's sake.
I'm just kidding. That's what I tell my son.
Yeah, and it pisses me off and then we argue about it. I'm like, leave him alone.
She gets all mad at me, but I'm just kidding. Don't be a douchebag for so long. Like, that's what I would tell myself.
Okay, so Haley Mason wants to know, what does Jared do that annoys you, but you can't say anything because he's a guy?
Every single thing possible.
Girl, what a question to ask.
Absolutely every single thing.
Like, he's a
possible.
man, so he does, like, man things, and it's super fucking annoying. Like, bro, wipe your feet off when you walk in the house. Like, don't, just, like, oh, he's dirty.
Don't lick me. Don't pick me up. Don't squeeze me.
Well, I mean, he can't walk past my ass without smacking me, which is cool, and I appreciate it. I truly do.
You
But
lie.
he welts my ass. He forgets I'm a quarter of the size of him, and he smacks me, which is
Give him
normal.
a comparison.
Right. So, you know how many times I'm in the kitchen and I pull my pants down and I'm like, look, and he's like, oh, you do. You have a handprint on your ass. Yeah,
She's
you
just got a
think?
sensitive butt.
Is that even a thing? Okay. So,
Did we get everything?
no.
Jesus Christ. Oh, hey, there's Lena.
Andrea
Hey.
VR says, scariest moment in your dealer days.
No real scary ones.
We ran out.
Yeah, that was petrifying.
Biggest challenge as a couple. She asked the same person. She says, biggest challenge as a couple and as parents and addiction. Love you. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you.
It's fucking full of challenges. Like,
You know,
I think a lot of it is the regret and resentments.
yeah.
That's a lot of it.
Plus, I think, okay, so Bella lived with us while
Yeah.
we were active in addiction. And there's a part of you that knows what you're doing is wrong, but you can't help it and you can't stop because you're in full-blown addiction. That's the hardest part, you
Yeah.
know? And not being able to go back and fix that.
Yep.
Does Jared, so Dana Page Fraley? Dana Page
Fraley.
Fraley? Does Jared live in the house where you were arrested? Yes.
Yes, I
And
do.
you will never get a house tour because this house is 100 and what?
100 and no, it's almost 200 years old.
And it's falling apart,
It's
you
not,
know?
it was my dad's like 20-year plan. He worked on one project for 20 years. My mom will appreciate that.
Yeah, we go back and forth all the time whether we want to fix this house up or not. But there's so much work that needs to be done. And for as good as the memories it holds now, it holds bad memories from when we were...
I've lived in this house since I was 3 years old. So this is like my whole entire life has happened in this house, good, bad, ugly, and indifferent. Mm-hmm. You know?
So Dana asked this question. Do you guys fear the other one relapsing? Love you so much. Oh, thank you. Love you too.
No.
Yes. So I don't,
Relapse is all part of recovery anyways.
but
It
this is,
depends on how long you let it fuck you up for.
so my thing is, I don't fear Jared doing drugs. I truly don't. I worry about the drinking part because it's such a huge socially acceptable thing around here. And I worry because Jared,
It's not even that it's just here, it's socially acceptable everywhere.
but it's so,
It's extremely prevalent around
Yeah.
here, absolutely.
yes. And
I agree with you on
Jared's
that.
the type like, he's fine. And a molecule of a sip later and he's not. And I don't want to live like that anymore.
I used to call Jen when I was drinking while she was in prison
Mm-hmm.
and ask her a question, then yell at her for answering the question.
And then he'd be crying, laughing,
Laughing.
happy, wanted to kill himself. Like, I can't deal with that. A roller
Yeah.
coaster. I just can't.
It's a shit show.
Do we have a song? No. Do we?
That I know of.
Not that I know of either. Farrah Clayton wants to know, who said I love you first? Me. What do you both like to do to unwind?
Jen likes to watch TikTok. Can't say much.
That's Jessica's fucking fault.
Thanks, Jessica, you fucking asshole. I like to watch YouTube. I don't really do much to unwind. I like to work to relax.
We eat.
We eat.
Let's see. When Jared, okay, so someone else asked when we get off, are we going to move together? Yeah. Katie,
Perry.
Katie Machik? Machik. Favorite thing to do together? Everything?
I don't know, we do everything together. There's no real one favorite thing.
Yeah.
I like to torment Jen.
Oh, God, does he? Shayna Annette, sorry. Blah, blah. How do you get...
Shania.
Shania,
Annette.
sorry. How do you get through the
I'm the
tough
grammar
times
Nazi.
together? Yeah. How do you guys get through the tough times together and stay together? We just don't give up. This is scariest moment, but I cut it off. I don't know what it says.
It's probably the same one you asked before.
Sarah3692 says, how did you propose? There really wasn't like a proposal.
Yeah, that was kind of like,
just
we're going to get married.
Yeah. I was just like, all right, we've been through enough hell in life. We're going to do this.
Yeah.
Wants to know, how did you know that you had found the one?
How'd you know? I mean, I know it was when you'd seen me.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
When she seen my back. Explain, Jennifer.
I don't know how I just knew.
They're like, well, what the fuck's that got to do with it?
Okay, so the first time Jared and I were ever naked together, we'll say, he got up to go to the bathroom and he turned around, right? I was like, oh my God, it's so big. And he turned around. I was like, your back is huge. And he was like, fuck you. How did I know I found the one? I could be myself, and he like knew all my fuckery and all my fucked upness, and it was okay still. Like he wasn't disgusted by the things that happened in my childhood and things that I told him.
I don't judge her. I don't really judge anybody. I mean, if you're an asshole, you're an asshole. I'll tell you, you're an asshole. I was wondering what you were kissing.
The baby.
Jen's put up with all of my shit plus 3.
Bro, her tail is huge. Oh my God.
I can't believe that little lard ass jumped that high.
Jesus Christ, we need to put a screen there. Okay, we'll have to delete
You
that
should
part
just
out.
shut the window out.
I did. Let's see. Matt Alice Meow said, what was detoxing like for Jared? I love you both.
I'm like, when we first originally got arrested, detoxing was rough. I was in county jail. I think I slept for
Hello.
5-6 days. I actually slept squatted down right in front of my cell door. Like it was like lean in the corner and squat down. I slept like that right in front of my cell door for like 2 days because I was just that tired.
I didn't know that.
It was rough. It was bad. Like they thought I was gonna die because I was twitching so bad in my cell, but I'm good.
Thank God.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, it wasn't really bad. I mean, just being so dehydrated and so tired. I look pretty rough. I mean, maybe Jen can post my mugshot picture in here
I will.
to show the difference.
I will.
And I look pretty rough. Not that rough, but
It's your baby. It's your baby.
yeah. But other than that, I mean, it was. I never done heroin or anything like that, so it's not any. I can't compare it to anything like that. But it was exhausting.
Yeah. Well, that's it for the questions.
That's it for the question.
You guys asked some really good questions.
Yeah,
I hope you enjoyed our little...
fuckery session.
Yes. And...
That's usually what it is when I'm around.
Yeah. And,
Jen's preoccupied with the dog.
yeah, I'm sorry. My baby is here.
After the cat just tried jumping out the bathroom
Oh my
window
God,
on
I
the
would have
second
had
floor
a
of the
heart
house.
attack. We would have had to run downstairs.
Who's running?
Me, I would have ran. I would have ran for Lena.
I just seen you run. That was pretty funny.
Shut up. But, so if you guys need Narcan, please reach out. I just got like 4 cases in, so thank God. And remember, everybody, we recover loudly, so those behind us do not suffer in silence. And I hope you enjoyed this video with me and him.
And me.
And our new baby. The little baby. Here, let me bring her close so you guys can really see her. So cute.
She's like, get the fuck out of my face.
I'm sorry. Was that bright? And, I'll see you guys in a few days. And remember, from now on, my upload schedule is Sunday, Wednesday, Friday. See you guys soon. Bye.
Adios.